Well, good morning to all of you. This is Gary Ryan with the Saturday This Week Daily for the 11th of February. Not the best of nights last night, but anyway. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm wearing a Penguins jersey. There's a story behind this, and it's kind of funny, so I'll share with you. My wife's a Penguins fan. I'm a Rangers fan. However, at the time that I ordered a jersey, my favorite player was Pascal Dupuis. Just loved the way he played the game, loved his personality, his sense of humor. So that was yeah, that was my guy. So when I went to place the order, I placed an order for Pascal Dupuis and ended up getting this instead. So it's kind of a default jersey. But anyway, so that's the story behind that. Okay, not all happy in Bingo Town today, as yeah, we suffered a 6-3 setback, and yeah, we just got outplayed in every possible facet of the game. Um, we didn't have a lot of premium offensive chances. Yeah, we scored 3 goals, but we just didn't have the offensive presence that we usually do. Badly outplayed in the neutral zone. It seems like just about every battle in the neutral zone, the Prowlers ended up winning and created a ton of odd man rushes. McVay was really left in a bad place last night. The team really didn't give him much support. And defensively, we were very flat. Um, Not a fan. Hopefully, they can get a better effort out there tonight in the rematch. There will be a couple changes. First of all, we will probably not have Beer League Man, aka Matthew Sproul, on the ice, as yeah, he ended up going to -1 yesterday. By my count, he only got a couple of touches. We needed somebody in the lineup, uh, being short Yarwood and Jurich with injuries, and then of course Mathieu Boilard was on suspension, which he will be back tonight. So that makes a big difference. We can have our full complement of defensive men, and perhaps what we can do is um, slot somebody more natural into Georgia's spot, keep the lines back to where they've been as of late. Quite honestly, what I would like to see happen is I would like to see D'Angelo get slotted into the left wing position on the third line next to uh, Newberg, and then move Mac Lewis in uh, up in Georgia's spot. I thought Lewis was our best player last night. I really didn't see the effort that we're used to seeing from the majority of the players, but Lewis was engaged, involved, doing everything he could. It was just too much. It was just not our night. So yeah, we are still 2 points out of clinching a playoff spot. I'll get into that a little bit more later. You can blame me for the jinx, yeah, if you're superstitious. But anyway, elsewhere in the FPHL, what a wild, wild night. First of all, the Evil Empire was taking on Watertown in their second game of a 3-game set. And wow, Owen Liskovitz stands on his head. Uh, the brick wall, 54 saves. Watertown wins 4-2, a couple empty netters late in the game. So Liskovitz, has a save percentage for the game of 982, and he doesn't even get one of the 3 stars of the game. What's with that? Even Jeff Barrett, the play-by-play guy, said, "How can you not give Liskovitz a star of the game?" Um, Arguably, he was one of the 3 stars of the league last night. So, yeah, congratulations, Liskovitz. Yeah, that was his first start in 3 weeks, and he played phenomenal. So, elsewhere, history is made or broken, however you want to look at it, as Delaware snaps their 28 game losing streak by dominating the Elmira Mammoth 5-2. Um, Mammoth got themselves into penalty trouble early, could not stay out of the box, and Delaware, as we have seen, actually put together a pretty decent game. Their record is terrible, but they're not a bad team. So anyway, Delaware earns its second win of the year and now has 8 points. Of course, with that their record being what it is, that's why we're able to potentially clinch a playoff spot tonight. So hoped it could happen last night, but so be it. Elsewhere, Carolina Thunderbirds continued their mastery over the Columbus Red Dragons, River Dragons, excuse me. The Carolina just has Columbus's number this year. There's no other way of describing it because uh, Columbus has run roughshod over the rest of the league. Well, you can argue that they didn't run roughshod over Danbury. They've played very close games, but they haven't had any trouble winning games except against Carolina. Carolina just somehow, some way, has found a way of consistently beating the River Dragons. So that was a 4-2 final. And then the amazing game last night down in Mississippi. Real feel good story. 7-6 overtime win. Watch the last, I guess, about 10 minutes of this game. And Yanni Liriakos had a natural hat trick, and also Yaroslav Yevdokimov, I can never say that name, ends up getting a game winner. He also gets a hattie with that game winner in overtime. But the feel-good story, Sam Turner, who played 15 games with the Black Bears last year, ends up getting 4 assists. What a feeling that's got to be for him after suffering the majority of the year with the garbage fire that was the Vermilion County Bobcats. He ends up coming back to Mississippi and putting up 4 apples. That's got to be a great feeling for him. So congratulations to Sam Turner, and I hope he has a great rest of the year with the Seawolves. So that is that. So yeah, currently we are still 5 points behind Danbury. Danbury has 77 points. We have 72 because obviously both teams lost last night in regulation time. And tonight, rematches for both. Watertown is now tied with Elmira for third place, and I believe I didn't look at the standings this morning, but I believe Watertown holds the tiebreaker. So again, kudos to Owen Liskovitz and for the great game he had. And so that is a little bit of a look. I decided to do this early because usually there's not much in the way of transactions in the Fed on Saturdays, other than such and such a player is suspended. The only one that I saw was possibly going to be facing suspension today is Stavros. I'm sorry. Yeah, Stavros Soilis from Elmira for some actions that took place just like 5 minutes into the game. So I'm not sure if he will get suspended. I did not see the actual incident. So maybe it'll just be, okay, you got a game misconduct, and that's the end of it. We will see. So in the meantime, hey, Josiah. Anyway, that is all for today. Again, hoping for better things, better results tonight. I am not sure what the goalie situation is going to be. Obviously, Fourier got the healthy scratch yesterday. Really not sure how things are going to play out, but being that we lost last night, um, that may be some consideration as far as Coach Sherwood's thought process with assembling his roster for tonight. All right, thank you so much for joining me. Remember to hit the like button, help the algorithms out for these videos. Uh, Hit subscribe, and you can find us as always right here on YouTube. Search for This Week, capital W / capital B, This Week with Black Bears. And also, remember, tomorrow we will be having our regular weekend report on Spotify and Anchor. Go to Spotify, search for This Week with the Black Bears, and you can listen, and we'll be uploading that either late morning or early afternoon. All right, thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will catch you guys again tomorrow. Go Bears.